rainwater harvesting. Rooftop rainwater harvesting is basically collecting rainwater in the collection tank and sending it to the underground tank and storing it for future use. Mukesh would like to tell you about the materials used for this project.
The materials used to make the project are DC motor, water sensor, are used to make the project.
Let me tell you about the process. First, rain gets collected in the collection tank and sends it to the underground tank. And then, when the water is gone, the water from the underground tank will be into the overhead tank. Then, when the overhead tanks water gets increased in the overhead tank, the sensor detects it and the light changes its color. As you can see, the sensor is totally in the water and the light is from blue to red. Then from here we will use the water for our daily needs. Mukesh would like to tell you about the recommendations.
I recommend to the government to implement the water source. And the people do not let the water flow. For example, turn off the tap properly and do not let the water flow until you brush your teeth. See the leakage taps and pipes and repairing your homes, etc. I conclude this to the sustainability to gain the various aspects as in and rural as well as in urban areas. Thank you.
This is the underground tank. From the underground tank, the water will go to the overhead tank. As you can see, the sensor is on top of the water, so the water level is low and the light is in blue color. But when the sensor is totally dipped into the water, the light changes its color from blue to red. As you can see, the water level is increasing, and then when the sensor is totally inside the water, the blue color will change to red color. Now the light is in red color. Thank you. Good afternoon, respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce to our robotic model urban area rainwater harvesting. And my teammates are Vidyanshu, Jovan, and Bharadwaj. And now I like Joe, and I now invite Jovan to tell few lines about rainwater harvesting and materials used in it.
Rainwater harvesting is a storing and collecting of rainwater which can be reused for domestic purposes. The materials used in our project are EV3 brick, Arduino Uno, LCD display, DC motor pump and power bank. The most important material used in our project is the water flow sensor. It helps in the amount and displays the amount of water pumped from the apartments. The power bank is the main source of electricity. Over to my friend Vidyanshu. As you can see, in front of me are residential buildings. We have arranged catchment containers on each of these buildings. When it rains, the water gets collected in the catchment container. The water from the catchment containers then gets pumped to the tank. Tank consists of a chlorine tablet dispenser which dispenses chlorine tablets and makes the water absorb. The water from the tank gets pumped to the tank. The water from the tank then gets pumped to the government common area where all the cities get stored. Over to my friend Bharadwaj. Regulations. Rainwater harvesting in urban areas has already been applied in the countries like Kenya and USA. We have advanced this method by using robotics. We would recommend this to our government to conserve water in urban areas and gated communities. This is the urban community. We have arranged catchment containers on each of these buildings. When it rains, the water gets collected in this catchment container. The from the catchment containers then gets pumped to the government common area. In between of the pipe, there is a water flow sensor which shows the amount of water pumped by each building. This is an LCD display which shows the water flow, how much water that water flow sensor has pumped. As you can see, the volume is there and the total amount of water pumped by each building. Thank you. Dignitaries and team judges. Allow me to show my team's project surface runoff rainwater harvesting using remote sensing satellites. I'm PC and I'm joining my teammates Robotics and Terrace. So in this model, the satellite scans the ground and to show where the animal cumulative rainfall is less. It may be in rural areas or in deforested lands. After we form the deepest point, we will dig an artificial pond. While the land is slanty, we will build a chain. My friend Terrace will continue for the users. By building the artificial pond, we increase water availability consumption and in that area, increase the ground water table. Declarations of forest lands, increases cultivate land. As this is a macro-level project, it requires large amount of resources and technology. But the most important is support and involvement from the local government. We got this idea when we saw in the news when some areas in India, they were less rainfall. For example, Anantapur in Andhra Pradesh and Nepal, Nagari Telangana. When the International Dimensional School people introduced about the robotics making model of rainwater harvesting, we were enthusiastic to show our model to them. My friend Rohan will continue about the materials used.
In this project, we use materials required like RTO Nano, ultrasonic sensor, LCD, RPS, and battery. As a team expandable project that we strongly recommend that surface runoff method, say rainwater harvesting method to the government to not just finance and install ways to make rainwater accessible to rural areas and deforested lands.
This project is to show how the real satellite scans the ground. But for the demonstration purpose, we have used the ultrasonic sensor. The ultrasonic sensor is connected with a wire to the Arduino Nano controller, which is then connected to the regulated power supply, which is then connected to the 9-volt battery for directly. And here this is a LCD where we get the text and the distance how much it will come, the LCD will display. So we now turn on the satellite. No one can say how much will it show now. What's the distance now? 24, okay. Now how much?
27.
Now 28. Now how much? Yeah, 27 again. And now 26 again. So we have found out that this is the deepest here. So we need the artificial pond here. Thank you. Satellite is connected with a ultrasound sensor which sends rays to the ground and reflects them back, which will convert it into the distance. The satellite scans like this.
The main purpose of this project is to avoid water from running off or flooding and thereby using it to increase the accessibility of water. In order to water the plants, to avoid accidents, conserve it and make it available for the future. Next to Nikhila.
Thank you, Aaron, for the wonderful introduction. Let me now explain the process of the project flyover catchment. Whenever it rains longer time in cities due to lack of proper facilities, water flows onto the roads, leading to different problems. To maintain ecological balance, we are planting more number of trees, and to maintain the greenery, people need to water them regularly, which needs manual labor. We all see many flyovers in the cities to control the traffic. Here, the flyover can be used as a catchment area. Whenever it rains, we can collect the water fallen and direct to PVC pipes, through which we can use for watering the plants on either side of the road. Over to Aaron.
Thank you, Nikhila, for the wonderful explanation. Let me quickly take you over to the advantages of this model before we go into the recommendations. No manpower is required, less consumption of electricity and water. Air pollution is reduced. When there is heavy rain, the flyover catchment system avoids flooding in urban areas. It stores the water and supplies to the agricultural fields through pipes. We conclude this presentation. The flyover catchment based on the surface runoff rainwater harvesting method in all urban areas. The installation of this project will help the government in not just controlling the road accidents but also help in making the water available to the areas that have acute water shortages. Thank you.
This is the flyover, which through when it rains, water goes to these pipes. Through pipes, it goes to storage tanks. From storage tanks, this water will be poured to plants to grow. This was made by our team.
A very pleasant afternoon, one and all. Today, me, Aman, and my team, Raneet and Hasani, are here to give some information about rainwater harvesting system with our project, Smart Water Management System. Rainwater harvesting system is a process or technique in which we collect, store, purify, and convey rainwater, which runs off from rooftops, parks, etc. In our project, we are going to use ultrasonic sensor, soil moisture sensor, touch sensor, breadboard, PMOS, relay, DC water pump. Over to my friend Hasini.
First, rainwater will be collected in the catchment area which is located at the top of the building. Water is sent to underground tank through pipes. Once the underground tank is with help of the motor, water is sent to overhead tank. In overhead tank, ultrasonic sensor which senses the level of water in the tank. When the water level is minimum less than 10 centimeters, the motor will get started. Once it reaches to max level 15 centimeters, the motor will get off automatically. We can monitor the level of water in our mobile by using Blink app. This water can be utilized for all household work, gardening, etc. Over to Praneet.
In the garden, the soil moisture sensor senses the moisture level in the soil. If the soil is dry, it automatically turns on the motor and the water from the overhead tank flows to the garden. Once the soil is wet, it automatically turns off the motor. By using this method, we can conserve a lot of water and green our home and lessen our environmental footprints. Over to Aman.
We strongly recommend our project, Smart Water Management System, to be installed in all the residential areas, as it will help the local communities to control the wastage of water caused due to over a tank spillage. It will help the communities to make an optimum usage of water available. and thus buildings are being protected from water damage. Our project offers the community a threefold benefit. Thank you.
At first, the rainwater will be collected in the catchment area and sent to the underground tank. Once the underground tank is filled, the water will be sent to overhead tank. In overhead tank, the ultrasonic sensor which senses the level of water in the tank. When the water level is less than 10 centimeter, the motor will get switched on. Once it reaches to max level 15 centimeter, the motor will get switched off automatically.
The soil moisture sensor senses the moisture level in the soil. If the soil is dry, it automatically turns on the motor. But if the soil is wet, it turns off the motor automatically.
When we touch the touch sensor, the water comes from the pipe, and when we touch it again, it stops coming. By using blame cap, we can measure the distance of ultrasonic sensor.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, thank you for being here with us in this virtual platform. Let me introduce my friends who have worked very hard to present this prototype. Akash, Azad, Ritvik and myself, Nikhil. Friends, in the present pandemic situation, we have been facing a lot of problems, among which the rising prices of essential goods is one. You might have been experiencing this when we have gone to market. Especially, the cost of vegetables has gone very high, which literally made us to have very few varieties. So what is the solution for it? As we all know, every problem has a solution. Even this problem can have a solution. It's nothing but terrace gardening. Terrace gardening is a process through which we get fresh fruits, vegetables, etc. which are purely organic. Terrace gardens are very easy to maintain. In order to maintain terrace gardening, water plays a major role. To make it simpler, we have come up with an idea of rooftop rainwater harvesting method. Here is our friend Ritvik to lead us into the materials used in our project.
Thank you, Nipun. The materials used in our project are Arduino board, DSD sensor, moisture sensor, motor driver, DC motor pump, LCD, breadboard, jumper wires, power bank, and other stationary items. The process of the model will be continued by us. In this process, first, the rainwater is from cloud. It's collected on catchment area, which is nothing but roof. Through pumps, this water reaches to sample and to reach at the groundwater level. From sample, this water reaches to the overhead tank through motor driver, which can be used for terrace gardening and other domestic purposes. You might be wondering what is the use of sensors in a project. Now I request my friend Ritvik to tell about the sensors. Some of the sensors used in this model are DHD sensor and moisture sensor. The DHD level sensor is a basic ultra low cost digital temperature and humidity sensor. Moisture sensor is used to estimate the amount of water present in the soil. Some of the benefits of the sensors are these sensors are used in various applications such as measuring temperature and humidity values. These values are used as a preventive measures in homes where all the people are affected by the humidity. Coming to the Arduino's analog to digital converter is used as a controlling unit which converts the analog moisture content in the soil into the digital values. Numbering is from 0 to 255. Recommendations are over to Nipun. Recommendations.
We as a team strongly recommend this model of terrace gardening using rooftop rainwater harvesting system to all communities, apartments and independent houses as they do not have much area to grow the gardens. So it is better to have this model. Thank you one and all for giving us this opportunity.
This is the Arduino, which is controlling unit of our project. To this, the soil moisture sensor is connected. So, when we dip the soil moisture sensor in the water, it is 591 here. And again, if we remove this soil moisture sensor, it is 178. So, here is our friend Ritvik to explain the temperature sensor.
This is the temperature sensor, which is also known as the DHT sensor.
If you put it, this is the Arduino, which is the control unit of our project. So this moisture sensor is connected to our Arduino. So when we dip this into water, the soil moisture sensor is 732. And when we take out this moisture sensor, now the moisture value is 204.
Right to present our knowledge. Smart irrigation method uses Internet of Things. We will control things from Internet. Over to Chaitanya.
Materials required for this problem: moisture sensor, temperature sensor, mode, rate, mode 1 mini, processing unit, motor, batteries 9, fibers, bulb 100 volt, bulb holder. Now over to Rishi.
Smart irrigation system is a combination of an advanced technology of IoT, which is used to improve irrigation controls for water conservation and that monitors moisture, temperature, humidity, automatically adjusting water to optimum levels. Over to surface runoff water harvesting is a method of collection, accumulation, treatment and storing of rainwater for its eventual needs. When it rains, the water gets collected in the pond. When the motor is switched on, the moisture sensor checks the moisture present in the soil. If there's less moisture present in the soil, the water passes through the pipe and into the soil. The temperature sensor checks the temperature present in the soil and helps in knowing the required amount of water needed for the soil. Over to you.
We can control the smart irrigation system with this mobile. We can turn on the heater, turn on the pipe, and we can also check humidity, temperature and moisture. Thank you, and I request one and all to install this technology and conserve water.
When it rains, the water starts running on this slope. This method is called as surface runoff method. The water gets collected in the pond. So, whenever you switch on the motor, the water passes in through the pipes and it will go to the plants. Whenever the soil is dry, it will give a notification
That the water your plant.
whenever the soil is wet, it will give a notification that the plant is
Soil is wet enough to water. So we can also control the temperature. We can on and off so that the heat will get to the plants. Also we can check the humidity level and we can also check the temperature level and moisture level also we can see.
India. My name is Kirti Krishnaja and today I am here to present my project, Vertical Hydro Farm. Before I start, what is rainwater harvesting? Rainwater harvesting is specified as the accumulation of rainwater and storing it rather than letting it go off the drains. Many of us are interested in agriculture, but not all of us can find a perfect piece of land with water supply and good quality soil. Vertical harvesting. It is a simple method by which we all can start growing plants within our home. Many countries like USA, Japan, Taiwan, Kuwait, etc. have already adopted this method. And this is the reason why I have chosen this method. This project is based on direct pumping method which is commonly found in our country, India. About this project, I have collected rainwater using water bath system. It is a process in which we can collect rainwater directly using barrels and use it for domestic purpose. To send the water from the water bath into this vertical stand, I have used a water sensor. About this project, I have collected rainwater using water bath. A water bath is a process in which we can collect rainwater directly using barrels and use it for domestic purpose. After the water is collected, to send the water into the vertical stand, I have used a DC motor pump. A DC motor pump helps to pump the water in an upward direction. After the water is pumped into this vertical stand, there will be continuous circulation of water in the stand. As we all know that, water will be absorbed by the plant roots and its presence will initially be reduced. For this, I have used a water sensor. A water sensor helps to sense the presence of water. When the water level is low, the pump will directly start and pump this water into this vertical stand. For this, I have used a motor drive. Motor drive acts as an interface between the motor and the control circuit. By this, we have the solution for two problems. Number one, water scarcity. As we have collected rainwater and used it for plantation purposes, we are saving water as well as the environment by planting trees. Number two, chemical-free food. We all know that the fruits and vegetables which we usually get from the market have a high level of chemicals present in them. But these plants which we have grown in our homes do not contain any chemicals. So, it's chemical-free, tasty as well as healthy. The materials which I have used for this project are water sensor, motor pump, motor drive, power pack, batteries, plywood, PVC pipes, transparent pipe and all the stationery required. The benefits of this project are, this project takes less water. It is proved that vertical harvesting takes 13 times less water than the usual farming. This project also takes up less yield space. We can grow plants either soilless or with soil. This project is very easy to maintain and also simple. I would strongly recommend this project to every citizen who is interested in agriculture to start their passion with a small step and hope to the government to raise awareness among all the people on how to save water without even wasting a drop. We all can save water unless and until it is the same motto. Save water, save trees, save Mother Planet. Thank you. This is Arduino Uno, DC motor pump, motor drive, and this is the water sensor. When this water sensor is wet, the motor pump will not start, but when it is dry, the motor pump will start and pump it into this vertical stand.
A very pleasant morning to one and all. I, Nikhil, and my team members, Vishnu and Vedana from Class 7C, Team 9. Today we are going to discuss about rainwater harvesting, about current system. So, if we hear the name of current system, we all may get a doubt. What is current system? Current system, it is an igneous method to conserve rainwater and it is also known as runoff. We can use it for agriculture and many purposes. Now my friend Vishwak will explain about technical items.
The technical items used in this project are Arduino Uno, power bank, breadboard, cables, switches, wires, Mindstrom brick, craft items, foam board, etc. Now my friend will explain about the sensors used in this project.
The sensors used in this project are raindrop sensor and water level density sensor.
Raindrop sensor detects the rainwater. Water level sensor. The water level sensor helps and measures the rainwater. The process involved in this project is when it rains, the water drop sensor, the raindrop sensor detects the rainwater. When it is getting flooded heavy, the water level sensor measures the level of water and gives an alert with the help of buzzer. And now we will arrange the portable current system, and this water will be getting diverted to the waste using the motor. Now, my friend Vishwa will tell about the benefits and the recommendations of this model.
We as a team strongly recommend this model portable current system in areas which get usually flooded, especially in low-lying areas. This way we can save city from getting flooded and at the same time save and harvest the rainwater. The benefits of this model. As this way of collecting and harvesting the rainwater is portable, we can easily arrange the portable current system whenever it rains to save the city from getting flooded and also to save and harvest the rainwater. Now my friend will explain where did we get this idea from.
We got this idea after seeing the Tirupati and Kerala incident. That is, the water from the mountain directly goes into the city. With that, the city gets flooded, and the city should not get flooded. That's why we will arrange a portable current system. The water is diverted into the lake. That's the reason we have here two benefits. That the city won't get disturbed and our water will also be saved. Thank you.
There is no rain, so the LEDs aren't green and the buzzer is not buzzing. When it rains, the water drop sensor senses the water and it turns into red. Now from this, the water level sensor helps us to know the level of flooding. So that time the motor runs and the water is diverted into river. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. A warm welcome to everyone present here. Today, we are here to present our project Aquaponics. My name is Sasrika. Our team members are Bhavika, Arush, Sharanya. All of us are aware of the fact that the best way to restore rainwater is through rainwater harvesting. One of the best ways through which rainwater is being utilized is through aquaponics. Aquaponics is the combination of aquaculture and aeroponics. In aquaponics, less water is used for the crops. Research has shown that the aquaponic gardens use 1/10 of the water you would use for the soil gardens. Since we are growing vegetables in 100% organically, it helps us to improve our immune system, which is the need of the hour. Over to Arush.
Materials used for this project are pH sensors, DC motors. Over to Gaurav.
Rooftop rainwater harvesting is the technique through which rainwater is captured from roof catchments and stored in reservoirs. Harvested rainwater is stored in subsurfaces and groundwater reservoir by adapting artificial recharge techniques to meet the household needs through storage in tanks. Rainwater is collected from roof-like surface and redirected to a tank, deep pit, aquifer or a reservoir with percolation, so that it seeps down and restores the groundwater. Dew and fog can also be collected with nets or other tools. The amount of rain falling on the roof is channelized through guttering and pipe system to storage tank or recharge pit, and it is directed to the aquarium. Over to Sharanya.
In the aquarium, we feed fishes. After feeding, the fish discharges the waste out, and the waste goes through the water to the plants. This discharge of waste contains ammonia as a byproduct in it. Then, the ammonia is broken down by the bacteria present in the roots of the plants. Now, the water will have impurities and contain a lot of ammonia which which could be dangerous for the fishes. So, before the water flows into the aquarium, it is carried to a filtration tank which filters the water, and from that tank it can be carried to the aquarium. pH is also a very important part of aquaculture. LCD sensor checks the pH level of the water to check if it is neutral or not. A neutral pH from 6.8 to 7.2 is good for the aquaponic garden. It is very important to check the pH level every day to see the pH level of the water. It is one of the main reasons fish or plants die, leading to garden failure. So, aquaponics represents the relationship between water, aquatic life, bacteria, nutrient dynamics and plants which grow together in waterways all over the world. Over to Arush.
Recommendations. It includes zero wastage of water and promotes to aquaculture and aeroponics. The government should encourage the farmers for such activities which not only benefits them but also conserves water. Recommendations for people. People should exhibit social responsibilities in conservation of water and come up with such activities which not only conserve the water but also economically valuable. Thank you.
After putting the pH sensor into the polluted water, you can see the pH value of it. Now after putting the pH sensor into the filtered water, you can see the value of the pH is changing. Thank you.